Hello.
Hello, guys.
Welcome to Get Social, a Get Haunted social media team podcast. Woo!
Woo!
I feel like it's been a minute since we've been on.
It's
Like,
been a hot minute.
yeah, like I literally looked while our intro was playing. By the way, dude, I didn't really, I haven't actually like watched our intro for a while, and I was sitting there like after I looked up what our last show was, I was just like watching it, and I'm like, I like our intro.
Our intro is fantastic. You did an amazing job on that.
Oh, thank you. No, I was just like we put like both of our like experiences with paranormal and just like places that Get Haunted's been, and it's just I don't know, I like it. And then I like I don't know why, but I think those two little girls in the beginning always think like that's me and you. Like
Yeah, 100%, because we'd be that creepy, do stuff like that.
No, I love it. But yeah, I was looking, and the last time we were on, April 27th.
Yeah.
I feel like that was like a month ago.
That's crazy. They're already like that far.
Yeah, basically a month ago.
Holy
Oh my god. So how have you been since last month?
Doing good. Celebrated my first Mother's Day, which was so much fun.
Yay! Oh yeah.
Yeah, it turned out much nicer than I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to be alone, but my husband switched his schedule around and he ended up coming home early for me.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, so you got to spend it as a little family.
Yeah, it was fun. He got me flowers and chocolate, my favorite chocolate in the entire world, Dubai chocolate. I know it's expensive, but it's so good.
Okay, points to Andy. That's amazing. Seriously.
It's so delicious.
Aww.
So it was really nice. It was a very quiet, happy Mother's Day.
Oh, I love that for you. Oh, who is behind you? Who is this amazing little being over here?
That is Trixie. She's my older cat. She's very sassy.
I love that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like it's been a while. We were both, I mean, I think the last time I actually saw you was Convent.
Yep.
Wow.
Convent was crazy and fun all at the same time.
It was, which once we get done saying hi to everyone that's here, I'd like to hear if you're okay with talking about how it was.
Because, yeah, I'd love to.
I ended up having to leave after my tattoo, but you got to stay for the entire investigation. So I think it'd be great for people on the side even to hear about like how the whole evening was. So if you're okay with that.
I'm definitely okay with that. You get to hear my side of things, which is interesting.
Yes, I would love to. So we have a few people rolling in here. I want to say hi really quick just to everyone who's here. And then as people roll in, we will try to make sure that we say hello to them as we go. I know it's Memorial Day weekend, right? So there's a lot of people like out and about. So anyone who catches this on the replay too, thank you for watching. Ice and Spirits is first though. Look at this.
Hi, pretty lady.
Spirits. How's it going? Mark Brown. Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Mark got a new shirt. Did you see?
I did.
Dude, it looks so cool, and I definitely kind of want one. Like, not even kind of, like, I want one. Like,
it's a must.
It's a must. Courtney. Hello, Courtney.
She's not in jail anymore.
No.
You're free.
Hi. There's Jay. Hello.
Hi.
Dude, he's an amazing human being. See,
is he? I don't know if I've met Jay yet or not.
You'll meet him eventually. Dude, he is so cool. He brought his family to our event at Farnsworth. And they're just they were the coolest people I think I've ever met in my entire life. Just amazing human beings and just very minded, fun. He did Estes method while we were down in like the dining room area, and it was so much fun.
Ooh, it must be Sarah.
What's going on,
honey?
Right? So yeah, I mean, so much going on, and we definitely want to dive into a few things. But do you want to do story time before we dive into a few things?
We love story time. I'm here for story time.
Really quick, because Stacey is here. Hi, Stacey.
Hi, Stacey.
Sorry, I have a big cup of coffee. I'm a little hopped up on caffeine right now.
I mean, I'm hyped up on Coca-Cola, so it's okay. We're okay.
Hey, cheers. All right. Yeah. So, like we were saying, April 27th was the last time we were on, which is what the convent was like shortly after that.
Yeah, right? The convent was I believe the following weekend or the weekend after that. It was the weekend of Mother's Day.
So this place is amazing, actually, right? So it's just
like
it's kind of tucked away because like when we're driving, like when I was driving up, and I'm like, 'cause I had been there once before, but like I forgot how tucked away it is. Like there's like all this like city and all this traffic, and then like you go around this corner and it's like boop,
I
there it is.
won't lie, I thought I was lost for half a second. I had Leighton in the car with me, and I'm like, "I think I'm lost. Like, I think the
Dude.
GPS is incorrect. I have no idea where I am. We are lost in somewhere. I don't know, and I'm doomed."
He is such a cool kid, by the way. Like I love when you bring him to things. He's so laid back. It's fun.
It's kind of funny, and this was his first tattoo too, so I was like, "Where are you gonna get it? Like, where are you gonna
Wow.
do?"
Now, where did he get his tattoo?
He got it, like, up here, which I kinda like, because like, he can
Okay.
put that into, like, maybe one day, like, creating, like, a whole sleeve
Oh
that I can
yeah.
so
Yeah,
see.
absolutely. I don't I had like the most random placement of mine, right? Like they're all eventually they'll be sleeves. Eventually. But like,
Eventually.
yeah, I get
I
it.
wanted to get tattooed, but I was like,
Oh,
next time. Not this time, next time.
know, I
My next tattoo
definitely
is
wanna
gonna be for something for Charlotte. That is my goal. I have to
oh,
do something for her. I
yeah.
got all kinds of other stuff. It's time for hers. I just not right now.
No, oh, I get it. Yeah, but like definitely something to like honor her. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, just be like, this is my baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. So like it's kind of tucked away and it's really cool setup though. Like you drive in and like the place is just it's very well put together. Like when you walk up, it looks like this amazing place, and then you walk in. When you walk in,
Breathtaking. Holy guacamole, breathtaking.
there's like
Like I
really, yeah, like this really cool sign that says convent. That like the whole front parlor is there's haunted objects in the front parlor. Like there's haunted objects.
but they're the nicer ones or the ones that are very protective, if I remember the story correctly.
Yes, yes, like not the crazy energy ones, right? Like just like the ones
Yeah.
that are
More
sociable.
protective of the location and people and whatnot.
Yeah. So it's like it's a really cool, like you walk in and there's the parlor's really nice, that there's a little bit of the haunted objects, and then like if you go to their right, it's like their office area, right? It's like they're behind the front desk. But then if you go to the left, there's like this cool little like a tiny little walkway, and there's skeletons and there's objects, and then it like opens up into the tattoo parlor, like the whole
Yep.
tattoo area. There's also access
So
to the
many dolls
basement.
there.
Oh my god,
There's so many. Like, if
I
you're not into dolls, this may not be the place for you, but I say go because Rob's not into dolls either. Those freak him out immensely,
know.
but he
Well,
went.
because just like in general, dolls are a little creepy, right? So, oh my gosh, Damien's there. Hi,
Hi,
Damien.
Damien.
Yeah, so like a million objects. I think we've all posted pictures of this place now, so you can find it on social media for sure. I lost count, and every time I walked into a room, I saw something different. Like there was never
Yeah, I feel
you're
like every
never done
time
seeing what's in
walking
there.
around lies.
What
Every
was
time
that?
I walked around, the entire time when I would walk around, especially like when everyone's getting their tattoos, I was like, felt like I kept seeing something new that I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
see before, and I'm like,
Oh my
wait.
gosh. Yeah, dude. Well, the first time I was there, like there were a lot of vibes, right? Like nothing overly intense, right? But just like you
Yeah.
could tell, it just felt like there were, even if you were the only being in there, you weren't the only person in there. You could feel there was a lot of just energy, I guess.
Yeah,
And
and
then
it wasn't bad. It was like, okay, it felt like almost like noise. Like even if you were by yourself in a noise canceling room, it felt like noise. That's the best
oh,
way to
that's
describe it
an
almost.
analogy. Yeah. So I know, like, and I want you to tell your whole story, but I know, like, when the first time I was there, because the second time I didn't spend a lot of time, like, as soon as I got my tattoo, more or less tried to eat with you guys, and then I was
Yep.
out. The first time I was there, like, at the end, I tried to go upstairs to, like, there's, like, a kitchen and stuff up
Yeah.
there. The first time I tried to walk up there, it was weird because it was, like, this energy kind of, like, greeted me at the stairs. Like I shouldn't, like it felt like I shouldn't move past it. So like I took a second and it kind of like let me through. But then like I was like, I don't know.
I can't with him.
I
I
mean,
can't with him.
not wrong.
Well, Rob, we're your favorite weirdos. I'm just saying.
But no, just the basement too. They have that set up. There is, if anyone gets to go and you get to go into the basement, there is this seance table, which I'm pretty sure came from Bill and Tanya. I think that was from
I
Tanya's
believe so,
family.
yeah. Yeah, I
And
believe
they
they
put this gorgeous mirror above it, right? So, which to me, I think that would work as a portal, because I feel like mirrors are portals, right? So, like that's phenomenal. but I am now ranting and I would love to hear your story. So please.
No, I like your ranting though. That's how we talk. But so walking around wise, so I wish I went down to the basement before Bill turned on the EMF pump, because I don't know what the feeling was like beforehand. But after you left and we ate pizza and everything, I went to the basement. I immediately felt like very like not like a wall almost, not like I wouldn't say positive, but I wouldn't also say negative. It was just a wall of just like a lot.
An energetic wall.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, not prepared for that. Walk around, take my pictures as usual, looking at all the objects that are there. And after I did my walkthrough, I was like, all right, I need to go outside, because like it felt like my chest got tight, but not like sick tight, like just the lungs got tight. Like I couldn't breathe, but I could breathe. Does that make sense?
No, I totally, you know what? And that's just to interject really quick. Like I get like that when an EMF pump is on normally. So I'm wondering if you're not a little bit more sensitive to EMF. Maybe
I think so, because that was really the first time I've been exposed to it, like at like that.
Yeah, like I know that's why like I don't like when those pumps are on, because I'm just like my chest gets all weird and I'm like yeah.
Like it wasn't painful tight. It was just like, all right, I feel like I can't breathe, but I know I can breathe. So I went outside, took a couple breaths, kind of relaxed myself, and I was like, all right, I'm good. Go back down. We're all talking, doing intros, all that fun stuff. And Bill's like, Sandy, you're staying in the basement with me and Tanya. And I'm like, crud. Crud. I wasn't ready for that, because I was hoping to go upstairs first, kind of like gain myself, and then come back down to the basement. But we throw full force in. Hi. So Bill and Tanya did a seance session, and this seance session was really, really cool. So we sat at the table, of course. Everyone held hands. And you know Bill's goggles, the
yes.
I always pronounce it incorrectly.
Gandalf, and I know that's
it's not the right name. I always pronounce it wrong too. But these goggles have a red light in them and kind of take away your sight, obviously. Gansfield?
I know, because I always call them, I
want to say Gonsfield, but I don't think that's right either. Bill, if you ever watch this, type it in the bottom. They're great. And then he had these noise canceling headphones. And when I say noise canceling, like if I heard someone talk, it sounded like the Peanuts, where that yeah, it sounded like that.
Okay.
So Bill's like, all right, we're going to do a seance session, and someone's going to be the medium who's going to be wearing this. And we're going to do 15 minutes under. For some weird reason, and don't get me wrong, I always get really excited at events and stuff. And like, if I'm not really working it and I get to be as a guest, I do like to like volunteer as much as I can, but at the same time, making sure other guests have those experiences.
Yeah.
For some reason, my hand immediately rose up. Like I wanted to do it right then and there. And then when I pulled my hand back down, I was like, wait, why did I do that? Why was I like, because like part of me really wanted to, but part of me was like, do I? That's the real question. Bill ended up sending me the video. I have to show it to you. But I go under and they start asking me questions. Now, the entire time, kind of like the Estes session, I have no idea what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense to me, but it makes sense to everyone else.
Yeah.
It was very strange, but I was answering everything to a T, like scary answering to a T. And like, even like I would start raising my voice, and I didn't realize I was raising my voice, but like they would ask me something. And I like, at one point I'm like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that person. Like I was very like on point, like we're not talking about it. And like you were saying with the mirrors, good question, Rob. Where's your dog?
He's sleeping along the side of the, he's out for the count. He's done.
It's nap time. It is nap time. But like you said with the mirrors, so when I had the goggles on, obviously I'm just seeing red. But I would start seeing things. I could hear footsteps in the distance, which was interesting. Sounded like someone's coming in. And that was actually at one point when they're like, oh, come and join us. And I could hear footsteps slowly coming into the room.
Oh, I love that you were able to hear footsteps.
Yeah, it was very strange.
You have like white noise going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to listen underneath the white noise. Yep. Every time I would look up, I would see white. like bright white, not red, white.
Right.
And that's where the mirror was. So I find that interesting that maybe I was actually kind of seeing the portal almost.
Yeah.
At one point, like my one eye went completely dark, and I say in the video, I'm like, hey, like it's gone black, and they look under the goggles and you can still see red, but for me, I saw black.
Huh.
It was so weird. I heard raspy breathing. Now the raspy breathing threw me off because it sounded like wet, like sick wet breathing almost.
Oh, like someone like congested kind of
Yeah, like really congested, but it sounded really bad. And they have an idea of which spirit it was. I forget the name of the spirit.
Oh, like that matched up with something that they've already experienced.
One of the objects in there, yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Dang.
It was really cool. Like I actually, oddly enough, enjoyed it. And even though it's a 15-minute timer, part of me wish I stayed under longer, even though I know that's not, we're good after 15 minutes. I wanted to.
I feel like anytime you stay under for longer than that, like 15 minutes can even be pushing it for some people because like you end up, some people really open up, right? And then you really get connected. And then like, how do you cut those ties once your session's done? You gotta like.
Yeah, and I think the EMF pump was making it more of an opening for me. So like part of me was like, no, I want to push the boundary. But also at the same time, I was like, do we really want to push the boundary though?
Yeah. There's a thin line there.
It's really hard. It's a very hard thin line. Yeah, Kaylee was in the session with me. My answers were spot on.
That's amazing.
It was weird. So we passed them off. The next girl to do it was one of the tattoo artists. I forget the girl's name though. I'm terrible with names. I'm so sorry, my loves. But she goes under for like about 10 minutes and she gets freaked out. And that, my friends, was a sighting of a wild Rob.
Yikes.
You can hashtag that, guys. Wild Rob sighting hashtag.
Yeah. With a mask on too. Oh my god.
Why is he so creepy like that, Rob?
It happens.
What are you gonna do? But this girl goes under. She does not enjoy it very much, which totally understandable because sometimes you're a little too open, and she cuts her session pretty quickly.
Okay, all right. Which then it goes. She did it herself, right?
Oh, 100%. She called it out. She's like, "Nope, I'm done." And it's like, that's awesome because like if you don't know when to stop, sometimes that could be tough.
Yeah, no, like when you're uncomfortable, you should automatically you should never make yourself that uncomfortable. Like you should always, if you're uncomfortable, just take yourself out. There's no reason to suffer unnecessarily for anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then Tanya's daughter goes under, and her answers were spot on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like really spot on. And then I started feeling very strange, like that heavy breathing again, and like that almost like that choking sensation.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then at one point, Chris also sent me the video on this as well when I start changing a little bit, I guess the best way to describe it. Yeah, I think her name was Jacqueline. Yeah, get tickets. Extremeticketing.com, sir. You don't want to miss an event. Anywho, but at one point I started feeling like I was trying to clear out my throat and I couldn't quite clear it as she's under and she's answering things. All of a sudden she says, "I hate you, you're disgusting." And that's when I started feeling more of a choking sensation on my neck where I couldn't clear my throat. And it was like, it wasn't low, it wasn't in the middle, it was up high. Like,
I know it sounds right under your chin, kind of a like.
It felt like a rope almost. And like, I know that's not the best way to describe it, but that's the only way I can describe it. Yeah. And she's still continuing, and then all of a sudden I start changing almost. And like I looked back at the video, to me it looks like my face has completely changed. Like I don't look like me anymore.
You don't recognize yourself in that.
Yeah. And I start laughing, but I'm also crying at the same time. Yeah.
That's an emotion right there. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was very weird because like I wasn't happy, but I also wasn't scared either. It was so weird.
When she would sing all those things, really.
And Kaylee asked me like, "Hey, are you okay?" Oh, Leo. Kaylee asked me, like, hey, are you okay? And I clearly say, I don't know. I don't know if I'm okay right now. Like, I recognize that I wasn't feeling okay. And I said, I don't know if I'm okay. So we break the session. I bolt out of there as fast as I can. I go upstairs, go outside. Chris follows me. He actually like comes and checks on me. I start immediately crying because like I didn't understand what just happened. Like it scared me, but it also didn't scare me. It was such a weird, I guess, euphoric moment. Best way to describe it. Where I cried really hard because I was like, I don't know what that was. That wasn't me. But at the same time, I haven't had an experience like that in a very long time. So like it was kind of exciting all at the same time.
Well, no, I mean, that's understandable because you're there to connect. You're there to have an experience. So you're having that experience, but it's also very intense because you're connecting, right? So there would be a mix of emotion. And then if it's not fully your emotion that you're feeling, that's even more confusing. So like there's a lot there, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Yeah, no, 100%. It was so much. And I like cried for a little bit, touched some grass for a little bit. Touching grass definitely helps.
Oh yeah,
100%
you sat with me before I left. We had to sit outside for a minute. Yeah.
Yep. Well, I touched grass again in that same spot. I was like, nope, I need to touch the earth. I need to feel what's around me. And then we went back in, talked about our session. We broke into our second session. So I went upstairs, right above the tattoo parlor part of it, where the kitchen is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd
That
that go?
area was, so that was weird for me. Like not weird in a bad way, just weird for me. We did EVP session with Rob and Sarah, and we got a couple really good ones, like really good ones. Like banana was one, and it was like well pronounced, like banana. I forget what the question was, but it was very well pronounced. And we got also another one that was a little bit not nicer, a little bit of cursing in that one. Just a little bit. But it was very interesting. And we could hear some knocking in the kitchen, like things not shuffling, but like knocking around a little bit. Well, yeah, Leo eats grass because he's probably nauseous. Fun fact, dogs eat grass when they're nauseous.
Bro, he ate an anthill this morning.
He what?
He put his face in an anthill and it was eating ants this morning.
Ew.
Yeah. Oh.
Ew. That's gross. But weirdly enough, at one point I decided to lay on the ground, like the floor. Okay. I felt so comfortable. Like I could almost fall asleep there comfortable, if that makes sense.
Oh, I've had moments like that already in places.
Like it was weird. Like don't get me wrong, I was tired. I was up with my daughter earlier in the day. Don't get me wrong. But like I thought I could actually like fall asleep there and be comfortable sleeping there.
Do you think too, like this is after you've had a very big experience and you had to go outside and ground yourself? Do you think that was just like your body re-regulating itself and you were in a space where the energy felt calm enough that you were able to just be like,
I think so, because like it just, I don't know, it just felt so like zen up there. Now, don't get me wrong. Both, I believe Rob and I believe the group beforehand, Sarah, both had big experiences in the one closet there on the second floor.
Oh, okay.
Where they had very interesting experience. I did not go in the closet, especially after experiencing the basement. I was like, I don't know if I want to experience anything else crazy like that right now, guys.
Oh,
so I did not do those things.
Speaking of, wait, Damien has a question really quick. Hold on.
Ooh, we love questions.
Do you feel that Estes made the spirit connection or did it tune to your frequency over time? So like, do you feel like, so do you feel like that just being part of the Estes session connected you, or do you feel like maybe your frequency connected with whatever was there and it was just you connecting and Estes was just like the one
finalizing the bridge almost?
Yeah.
So I think both almost, because every time I do any form of Estes, I feel like I definitely connect a lot more. Now, like me and you have talked before, I definitely consider like I have some abilities. I'm not saying I'm psychic. I'm not saying that I'm any of that stuff, guys, but I do have some tendencies to know things a little bit beforehand, or I'll have big feelings about something, about an object or stuff. And I think a combination of that plus the MF box, I think it really just made me more open than I have been in a very, very long time, which again, I love now. But in that moment, I did not love.
Like,
I was not ready for that.
Everything was turned up to 11 over like seconds.
Yeah, and I wasn't prepared for that.
It says, my team had a crazy Estes session this weekend where we were at a place with haunted dolls, and my buddy Chris was under, and what I got from it was a spirit back to its vessel, which I can't. Oh, oh, it
Ooh,
was broke. Oh no.
that's kind of cool
Oh,
though. Like
man.
interesting. I'm curious on where that location is.
Yeah. Let us know what that location was. If you're able to, let us know.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys did the four-way
Yeah.
estimate?
So
Oh.
after we all broke up, after you know how like we do like our first session, then our second session, and then it's free roam.
Okay,
Free
yeah.
roam, me, Sarah, Rob, Kaylee, Leighton. I'm forgetting other people, and I know I am, and I'm so sorry who I'm forgetting. My mind is kind of going blank. We were upstairs. We did human pendulum at first, and that went
Mm.
interesting. Again, felt really weird because we all agreed that it felt like the spirit was kind of lying because both Sarah and Chris said it felt like when they would get pushed, it felt like almost like a resistance at the same time. Like I want to answer, but I don't want to answer.
Oh,
So it kind of
that's
felt like it was
interesting. And then they
lying.
both had that feeling is interesting.
Yeah. And like Sarah, for her, she was saying that she felt it more in her, I believe her kneecaps or the back of her knee. I could be wrong, Sarah. Please don't fix it. And Chris felt it, I believe, more up here than anything else.
Okay.
And then at one point, Chris, when he was doing it, I was shooting for him when his video comes out, guys. Hopefully that's okay, Chris. I'm so sorry if I did not do a good job.
Oh, I'm sure you did.
And you know me, Danny. I can't hold anything worth a damn. I just can't.
Same.
Like right, we're just not there. We don't have steady hands, especially when we have caffeine. We're not steady. But at one point I got close to Chris when he was in the middle of the human pendulum just to get a close up, and then like my heart began to race like downstairs again, and I had to take a couple steps back, and I was like, nope, I love you, Chris, but nope. And then Sarah said, I believe, like, come on, show us that you're here. And we heard a huge knock, and I said, I'm good, guys.
Oh wow! Like really? Like in response to her
Yeah.
asking for a bigger show of being there, they were just like, "All right, we got you."
Yeah, like all right, knock, and I was like, cool.
Yeah, that's.
I want to go
wild.
back outside. I want to go touch grass again.
It seemed like there were quite a few people that had experiences while you guys were there. Like it's one of those things where like I am super bummed out that I wasn't able to be a part of that. But I think I made the right decision in leaving. But like at the same time, I feel like if we do go back, I'll be in a better place. So I want to go back and try it again for sure. But
like I said to Rob and Sarah, like when we had our big like meeting talking about it later, I think for me, I don't think I will go back anytime soon. I do suggest anyone who wants to do it, go enjoy it. Me personally, after that experience, I think I need a break from at least that location for a little while.
Right.
Now it might be different months down the line or years down the line or whatever it may be. But for right now, I'm very content with not being at that location.
And that's part of being responsible for your own energy during any kind of investigation, no matter where you go to. I think what was that Friday? I was on with two brothers. I was on their show, All Things Paranormal. I think that's the name of it. I apologize if I got it wrong. I apologize. It's been a long day and everything's kind of like rattled upstairs, but it was such a fun show, and those two are so amazing. But like same thing with them, they have a location that they feel very drawn to and they go to quite often, and they actually realize that they need to take a break from that location too, just to like kind of like rebalance their energy, kind of like reground themselves. And I think that's all a part of being in the paranormal, doing the investigations, is like knowing where your personal line is. And that's not a bad thing to say, hey, I need a minute away from this place. I need to be able to recollect. I mean, because everybody gets affected differently in different places. So
yeah.
No, and I think it's a very responsible thing to say, like, hey, I loved this. This was a great experience. I'm going to wait a minute till I go back. And I think everyone should realize like that's good to be able to say that.
And anyone who's asked me about the location, I 100% go, please go to it, enjoy it, love it. Just right now, I'm content with I'll take a stand back for a little bit. You tell him, Leo.
Okay, Museum of Lost Souls.
Never heard of that one.
Oh, I never. That's amazing.
Sarah
Here
did
we go.
fight.
Yeah. So, Sarah, when you're saying that you fought a couple of the, do you feel like you were personally doing it, or do you feel like the energy itself was kind of fighting that response? Like that always is interesting to me, and it's one of those things with human pendulum. Like people who have never been the pendulum, it's really hard to explain because it's not. You're just kind of going where you feel like drawn to go to. It's
Yeah.
not really you doing it. It's
Yeah, it's weird too because like sometimes you'll feel like a pull or a push or
Mhm.
whatever it is for you.
Oh yeah.
Like I know for me, it feels like almost like something on my chest, like just like pushing me either this way or pulling me this way.
Yeah.
Almost.
Oh, she was. She fought it. It was.
There's like, no, we're not doing that.
Not move. Oh. Oh my gosh! You know what though? I've done that already too. Because it's like,
Yeah.
you're like, what the heck, you know? And then like, too, if you have like a really big like urge to go one way or the other, like you don't want to fall either, right?
Yeah.
What's this?
I was
So
right. It was the knees.
Band around my knee. Oh, that's interesting because that's not even like I haven't heard too many people say like that's where they were feeling pulled, but that still makes sense, right? Like you're still, that's your body. It's still the energy's moving one way or another.
Yeah.
I think I'd fight that though too. Like,
right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
But after that, we went down to the basement and they did the 4-way. I believe it was Rob under, Kaylee under, Tanya's daughter under, and I don't remember who the fourth one. Oh, her daughter's friend.
Oh, okay. Oh, and
Yeah.
I don't remember her name, but she was so sweet.
She was such a
for a minute.
sweet kid. Oh my God. And she was pretty receptive in her answers as well.
Yeah, definitely. I would recommend everyone at least giving it a try. Like it might not be for everybody, but I feel like it's one of those, it's a nice tool for communicating that's a little bit different. And you don't need, you know, major equipment for that. That's just you're using your body.
Your natural body.
Yeah. What was this? So I wonder because we felt like we were.
You tell him, Leo. I think that's a total possibility because, like, I believe Sophia said that children's spirits are more likely upstairs than anything else, especially in the kitchen. I could be incorrect on that statement 100%. I am so sorry.
No, I'm pretty sure said the children like to play upstairs. Yeah.
I think that's what it is. So it does make sense.
What is this? What does Kaylee say? Hold on. Let me bring it up so we can read it.
Yeah, she was actually very sassy. Like,
oh boy.
So strange. She was very sassy when she was like under Estes.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the way, I think Chris put it in a way. Rob was kind of talking to like the rest of the spirits in the location. Kaylee was like kind of channeling one of the dolls. I believe the other two were also kind of channeling one of the dolls. Like it was very interesting. Some of it made sense, some of it didn't. But I've never personally done a 4-way Estes, so like it was kind of cool watching. And I don't see Rob go under Estes very often either.
No. So like
he really gets into
Sarah,
it.
When either one of them, or even like when both of them go under, it is a whole different. I feel like they connect differently. Like they do more of like there's almost like a physical connection. Like they all end up getting pulled towards certain ways. Like there's been times where we thought that actually Rob's done it too. Like I felt like they were gonna get up and like run out of the room because they were connecting with something. And I'm
okay.
like yeah,
I don't see
very deep.
I think I've seen Rob go under one other time at one other location, and that was it. And it was kind of cool watching him just get under it.
Yeah, because they're like super. He had the one time we actually got worried with him. When we were, I don't remember what event it was, but we had an event at White Hill Manor, and we had him. He was connecting, I think, with a spirit that was not even on site. Like I think because we had the live going, I think he was connecting with something else. But yeah, he definitely
he connects like deep.
Which
is cool because I always see him doing EVPs. He is the EVP king after all. But like it was cool seeing him kind of do a little bit of something else.
And it's always fun to try. Like that's another, like it's fun to try different things that are outside of like your normal, like what people consider your wheelhouse, right? Because it's like you never know that we connect in so many different ways. It's crazy. Like I know I love Estes, but I also am learning that I just like sitting in the rooms. When Sarah does she does like that scrying for our Making Sense of Your Senses.
Oh, I love when she does that.
The way that she does that is
I had to switch headphones. My ear is killing me with this one. I don't know why, but it is. So it's time to switch.
I feel that. But no, like just being able to connect with things differently sometimes is very it's very eye-opening. Like
Yeah.
the levels that you're able to connect with things, and then like you kind of challenge yourself, like, okay, how else can I vibe with things? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
He has a lot to say, and that's okay. But if there is ever another event there, or if you guys are going there to get tattoos or just wanting to go see the location itself, do it. Go for it, enjoy it, and love it. It is definitely worth it. And the ride, honestly, isn't that bad, especially I know for me, I was coming from Jersey, so it was a good hour and 47 minutes, but at night it was like an hour and 30.
Yeah, the drive really isn't that bad. It's really not.
No,
It's
it
not
really
horrible.
isn't. It's the same way we
Mm-mm.
take to go to the Battleship when we did our soiree.
Yeah, it was so fun. I freaking loved that. It was so much fun.
I know. Leighton was looking for the Battleship when we were going over the bridge, while I was having a panic attack over the bridge because I don't do bridges. I hate bridges with a
no.
burning passion.
Oh no.
Fun fact, ever since when I was a child, after learning about Mothman and supposedly him,
Oh, with the bridges?
doomsdaying, yeah. It scares me immensely.
Yeah.
My husband hates
love-
going over bridges with me.
Mothman's kind of my thing though. Oh, I have a little baby Mothman. Isn't he cute?
Little baby Mothman.
Mothman.
Yeah, no, I don't do bridges. So like if I'm driving, I am white knuckling that bridge the entire time, trying to focus that I'm not on a bridge. If my husband is driving, I am holding his hand for dear
Nice.
life.
Oh.
Yeah. So Danny, don't go over a bridge with me because I will hold your hand for dear life and praying that we're not on a bridge anymore.
I'll try not to. Oh my goodness. But like, yeah, so that was one of the last events that we were at together. This is the first time I'm sharing screen, so let me know if this doesn't work.
I think it's gonna work. I have faith in you.
Here we go. We're gonna do extreme ticketing. We're gonna show you guys all the events that are coming up.
There's so many coming up, guys.
Can you see my screen?
Da-da-da. I think it's this way.
Hey, so we have Trifecta, which is literally right around the corner, right?
That is next week.
Next weekend?
Yeah, that's next weekend.
Here's the thing though, guys. Tickets still available. So make sure that you get your butts out there and extremeticketing.com. You can go on the site, find the Trifecta 2.0, click on there, give you all the breakdown of what the evening's going to be. Dude, you're gonna have not only is it gonna be ghosts, you're also you're gonna have your paranormal investigation, but there's also gonna be 75, Bigfoot. Dude, okay.
And you did Trifecta the first time, right?
What was that?
You did Trifecta the first time, right?
I did. I got to go for the first one, and it was such an amazing experience. And I am so excited. I love everything CE5, right? So I'm just I was so excited for that experience. And it was a little bit different than what I had been studying, but it was still so cool to connect, especially connecting in a different way, right? It was a little bit out of the norm for me, but I was all in, and we saw things. There were lights, there were shadows, there were things going on, and it was intense in the best ways possible. And it was just a really fun time. And then I ended up the second day for that one was when they were doing the Squatch hike, right? So I didn't get to participate in that, but everybody that was there had the best time, and they did the knocking, and they had this amazing excursion out into the wilderness, and a really good time. And I think they actually heard some knockbacks. I think I could be getting my story wrong.
I think I saw a video on that. I don't remember who shared the video. I want to say Steven. I could be wrong, but I want to say it was Steven. Again, totally wrong. Might be wrong. But I think I remember hearing about the knocking back. I wish I could have gone the first time. At that point, I was very, very pregnant. Not super pregnant, but very, very pregnant. And my feet were so swollen, I didn't want to go anywhere except existing on my couch.
Yeah, but this time you get to go to Kentucky. And not only, a whole new location, right? But we have Pac-Man Paranormal, Black Wolf Paranormal.
They're amazing, guys.
y'all are gonna have Squatch Man. He's gonna call in his forest people, and you guys are gonna hopefully have an amazing connection. Like, obviously, I can't guarantee anything for you guys, but you're gonna have an amazing time regardless of what happens. And just being able to meet this man, everyone. I've not met him personally, but everyone that I've talked to who has met him has just said how amazing of an experience and how just he's just a genuinely good human being too. So like just for him to be able to connect with everybody there is going to be so cool.
Yep.
Christopher Lee Jensen's going to be there. I'm so excited for that for everyone too. I'm excited to hear how this one goes. So yeah,
this is an event you want to get on your bucket list.
Oh yeah, guys, there's still tickets available. Get out to Kentucky. Do this. You're not going to be disappointed. Even like campfire stories, dude. Even just for that, I would go just for the campfire stories.
I love campfire stories. Actually, the first time I met Rob was when you guys did Red Mill and we did a campfire story afterwards. That was so much fun. I had a blast doing that.
Oh my God, it was so fun. It's so fun. But yeah, so I totally I don't know why it went away because I'm ridiculous.
You're not ridiculous.
But like right after Trifecta, let me bring this back up.
I believe it is New Egypt, if I am correct.
I think it's actually Missouri State Penitentiary. And let me bring this back up.
That's right.
So Missouri State Penitentiary is actually going to be for a book signing. Brian Paoni. You know what? I actually have his website. Let me just pull that up.
Yeah, pull up his website. But also, did you know he early released the audiobook?
You guys see that? I saw it.
I'm listening to it currently, and I'm on chapter 3. Thank you very much.
No way, really?
Yes.
And
I heard the whole thing that Rob read. If you guys caught that one live when he read a little bit of the book, I did get to hear all about that. It was interesting. I enjoyed it a lot.
So yeah, can you guys see this?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, if you go to brianpaoni.com, you should be able to find that he has These Walls Still Talk, A Get Haunted Tale, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the book release party is, help me out here, June 21st, right? So book release party, Missouri State Penitentiary, you guys get to be on location with the author of the book, with Get Haunted, and you get to have an investigation. So not only are you there for the book release, you can get a signed copy of the book, which if you go to his website, I think it's if you buy ahead, you can get guaranteed like a signed copy, right? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about here, but
I actually think that's what Brian told us last time when he was on our live. He did say that. Again, could be wrong.
Like, guy, go get yourself a book. This is amazing. He spent, I can't remember. It was like 14. I can't remember.
I can't remember how many. He spent a lot of nights there, guys. He spent a very long period of time there in general.
He wrote this in location. He was in MSP when he wrote this book. And I love that being part of a Get Haunted event actually sparked his the creative juices to create the book. So oh my God, so amazing. Yeah, MSP and then New Egypt.
New Egypt. That's one of my favorite locations. Dude. It really is. It's fun. It's a very relaxed location.
All right, but let me tell you, can I tell you a story really quick?
Oh, we love stories.
So my very last big Scooby-Doo moment happened in New Egypt. All right, so I was there. I don't know if it was just Get Haunted or if it was the Get Haunted where we had Two Brothers Extreme with us. I can't remember if it was. Regardless, it was the last time I held a group there, right? So I took a group up to the attic, and I was like, "All right, everybody!" I call it the hole. Like when you go up into the attic, right? It's like like the house and then like an add-on, right? So like the add-on is like there's a hole in like the original wall, and you can. Like,
it's in our intro, guys. You saw
it's part of our intro when you see me hopping over there.
That's the hole.
That's where I had everyone climb into. I'm like, everyone got in there. They scrambled in there. Got their seats, got comfortable, made sure everybody was settled, turned the lights out, right? So I'm like, all right, we're all in the pitch dark. We're trying to communicate. We're trying to get that little avocado ball to move, right? Because we've had it move in the past, which is wild. Like, I don't care who you are. And I know it doesn't sound like, oh yeah, you got a ball to move.
No.
When you're there and you're feeling the vibes and all of a sudden this ball starts rolling or flying. You're just like, how? Right? So we had interactions. The ball rolled for us, and like, you know, everyone was all excited about it, and they like kind of died down. So I was like, all right, everyone, please just stay where you are. I'm gonna hop back over the wall. Let me turn on the light for you guys so no one gets hurt when you're trying to come back through, right? So hop over the wall, go over to the light. So it's a little pull string, right?
Yep.
So as I'm going to do the pull string, I hear a whisper. So now I'm like, well, everybody's in the hole. There should be nobody. Like, so the door's like right there, right? So here,
Yeah.
it's like you instinctively want to look to where the sound is going, right? So I look, the door had, now I don't know if this was paranormal or if this is just because it's an old location. So like sometimes, you know, things expand and contract because of weather, whatever.
Yep.
The door was more open than it had been. Like it was open. And there was a full-blown figure, right? Just gray figure, like no detail, just body shape.
Right?
Like
Wait, it was gray?
gray. And I was just, but like as soon as I connected with it, like I looked at it and it was just like, I want to say electric shock, but it didn't hurt. Like it was just like you could feel the static electricity.
Yeah.
And like I was not prepared. And I was like, oh my God, felt this like wave of energy come through me. I looked left, right, left, like a freaking like ran in midair, didn't know where to go. Tears start rolling down my face. In the meantime, I have a whole group of people in the hole. So I'm like, pull yourself together. So like, I apologize to them. I'm like, tears rolling down my face. Like, I am so sorry. I don't know what the heck's going on. I saw something I wasn't prepared for, got the light on, get everyone out, you know, safe and sound. And we all reconvened down like where the home base was. But whew, let me tell you, it was not malevolent. It was not, honest to God, like, so this whole night, right? And then I felt horrible. I felt absolutely horrible because this whole time we're like, can you show yourself? Can you please let us know that you're here? We want to communicate. I'm begging whatever's there to show itself. It finally shows itself.
And then you got scared.
And I freak out and I cry. And the poor thing was probably scared or mad at me. Like, you asked for this, right?
You asked for me to show up and now you're just gonna go that way? Okay.
Genuinely felt horrible.
You tell him, Leo. I'm gonna say Leo hears either the garbage man, a car, or Rob.
He's also sitting and watching out the window. So like anything, like a bunny, a squirrel, another dog. There's a dude that has a motorcycle that for some reason he does not like this dude. Anytime that dude shows up down there, he is not okay with him. So I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. But yeah, so New Egypt, for as comfortable as that place, like, so when you walk in, it's such a cool location. It is a little museum. It's got all like the historical, like there's little trinkets, there's information.
We got to touch the thing of the thing.
Oh,
Last time we were there.
Lynn
Himberg. All right, I'll see myself out.
You can't. We got to touch a piece of history.
We got to touch history, okay? That's the exciting part.
Lindenberg. Was that it?
It's
You can't. I don't know. But yeah, so it's just like a really cozy, like you walk in there and it feels so cozy, right? And you're just like, oh, okay, like is it haunted?
Yeah.
And then you do the investigation and you're like,
you're like,
you're like, oh, there are things interacting, they're intelligently answering questions.
100%.
A little, I don't know that I would, a little, I guess, like, I don't know if scary is the right word for it, but like there's something down there that like it gets annoyed, I think.
Yeah.
But no, like there's definitely interaction there. And it's one of those, like, it comes out of nowhere and you're like, wow, I was not expecting this. And I don't know if I've ever had a moment there where I didn't have something happen, right? Like you can never guarantee something's gonna happen anywhere, right? Because every location's gonna have its quieter nights. But like I don't think I've ever walked away from that place like, oh yeah, nothing happened. No, like every single time something's been, I've been like, how?
Yeah, like explain. No, the last time I was there, I was with you. We had a couple of things that happened, especially like I don't know if the doll room is still there, but in the doll room, we had a couple of really good EVPs. Basement was very like quite active, especially when Rob started doing his shadow friends. Attic, I don't know. I felt like it was a little bit quieter in the attic the last time we were there.
Attic, yeah, I don't know. So like when we do like so at the end of an event after everyone leaves, we do like a quick sweep, right? Like we
Yep.
always do this at every location. And
And we hate it immensely, guys. So please, when you leave,
that
make sure you
attic,
check out with one of us.
especially when you're the last person up there and you're just like, hey, and like I always tell them, I'm like, I'm sorry guys, thank you for everything tonight. I just want to make
Yep.
sure we left everything the way it was. And like you feel eyes on you when you're up there. So I'm just
Oh, 100%. I hate doing White Hill when we have to check, like, sweep that place. That is the
Oh.
worst because every time I do that, I
Mhm.
just want to run as fast as I can out of there and not check, but I have to check.
It's part of it because you have to like make sure all our guests were out, make
Yep.
sure they didn't leave anything, make sure that we leave everything exactly how it was when we got there. Yeah, so sometimes I think sometimes that's the worst part is the sweep, right?
Yeah, 100%. Though, like, the Shanley, we don't really, I mean, we do sweep it, but we don't sweep it because it's still a hotel technically. So it's just being sure you checked out.
Yeah. Yeah, Shanley's that's a very unique location. Like that third floor for me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Me and I believe the spirit's name is Joe. We're not friends.
Oh, did you sit in his chair?
Okay, fun fact, he has 2 chairs now. He doesn't have one, he has 2.
Fun fact.
And
there's
Lori
2.
sat in one, and I sat in one, and Joe decided to follow me home and, try to intimidate me, and I wasn't about that stuff. So me and Joe aren't friends.
Nice. I think last time I was there, like like they always do the thing like we'll ask him if you can sit in the chair, and I got an okay last time. But there's been times where I've been called choice words.
Interesting choice words.
Yeah, interesting choice words.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what did Damien? Let's see. Basement stairs in line with the main stairs and loft access do all line. Yeah, they do actually. You mean for New Egypt? Yeah. So all the staircases, like if you would take out all the walls and stuff, it would look like a straight line of stairwell. So I wonder if that does something with like the flow of energy, right? Because they say
totally
like
possible.
all of your hallways and your staircases, anywhere like something that intersects in a hallway, those are all like energy can travel really well. That's why a lot of times they'll have things that happen in staircases or within like if you have like a hallway that crosses like in the crossroads section because of the flow of energy.
I did not know, like I knew a little bit of that, but I did not fully know that. That explains a lot of the times why I hate going up and down my stairs in the house and specifically the stairs in my basement.
Yeah, or like when you feel like there's somebody right behind you.
Oh, that is the worst feeling. There have been so many times I told my husband I will not do laundry anymore.
Oh,
Constant eyes behind my back, like watching me go up the stairs.
it's so unnerving when that happens.
Always going up the stairs.
Yeah,
every time.
So unnerving. So it says, can move doors and walls, but stairs never. Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah,
seriously, because they're always there. They're part of the building.
I've gotten like my first scary door experience at the Shanley opening with Rachel. That was terrifying.
Ooh.
Because I totally like dumb moment where I couldn't speak. I couldn't do anything except stare at the door that it was opening as she was walking in. So it scared her. So she punched it. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I lost words.
Oh, sweetie.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's those moments where even when you think you're going to have your act together and something happens and you're just not ready for it.
Yeah, no, you don't always have your act together. 100%. You never do.
Like, doesn't your brain, like, you always try to rationalize things, even when it's happening. And then when you don't have an explanation for something or when there is no natural source to explain away what just happened to it, it makes it a little bit like you feel uneasy sometimes.
Yeah, because you're sitting there trying to understand it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, totally natural too. Absolutely. And like I've seen so many people where it's like they had such a big experience, like, or if it was like their first experience, right? And they have their little moment of they need to step outside or they need their bottle of water, whatever, totally understandable. Dude, we've all been there. And then they sit there and you listen to them go through, oh, it's probably this or it's probably that. Like they just anything to make it make
more
sense,
rational.
Right? Like they want to make it make sense. And sometimes it just doesn't.
It doesn't, no matter how many times you sit there and you try to rationalize it or you try to debunk of what just happened. And with that door, I tried closing that door the same way it was. I tried walking around it. I tried everything to get this door open again. And it wouldn't do it after that.
See, isn't that crazy? Like when you try to recreate it and you just can't recreate it. Yeah. So like,
yeah. And then you feel like you're more crazy. But the nice thing is when you have someone with you, you can't say you're crazy because you're like, wait a minute, you saw this. I'm not crazy.
that's like why one of the biggest things, like my one thing that I like love to give our guests is like, if you see something, hear something, smell something, like anything, any experience that you have, speak up about it, because you might think you're going crazy until you're like, oh, I think I saw this, and the next person, like the person like two over from you, saw the same thing. So then
Yeah.
you're validated and they're validated, and then maybe you can ask different questions than you would have otherwise. Like it could also shift your entire investigation, and you can get more answers to things, or just have more questions and walk away like, okay, no, well, now I want to go back because I need to figure this out.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, never be afraid to share your experiences either, because not crazy, dude. Like it happens. We all have had those moments. Yeah. For real.
We all have those moments.
We have a couple minutes left, but I did want, if I can
We're
figure
gonna
out
bring it up again.
how to do this, I kind of wanted to share this bundle that we have.
Are you talking about the new bundle that Rob just created?
Yes. Well, we have a couple of minutes. Why not talk about these amazing new shirts that we have? Let me see if I can share my screen.
If you guys haven't seen
You
it
guys are
on
gonna
any
be
of
like,
the
"You'll
social
never do
medias,
this again."
you're seeing it now.
You've not seen these. What am I on? I'm on the Capballs one. Is that what I'm on?
I believe
All
so.
right. Apparently, yeah. So fun. So we have this whole line. What is it? WTF? Where the fun? There's a whole line of different shirts. Let me get to.
I think all these are fun, and I love that Rob created these.
The bundle. Okay, so there's what, 6 different designs? Is it? Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe. Yes.
So here's the thing, like all these different fun, super cool shirts. Are they all on here? Hold on. There they are. So we have like the show me your orbs, the rods.
I'm here for the show me your orbs.
Right?
I'm kind of here for that.
Yeah, I obviously don't know how to navigate this right now because, you know, me.
But if you guys check out www.gethaunted.com, you'll be able to see it as well.
So yeah, so there's the rod shirt. There's the, you know, touch. That one's so cute. Like, little ghost with a butt. Hold on. I love this one. He's so
is that
cute.
the butt one, or is that the one giving the middle fingers?
Oh, he's so cute. I kind of want this one. It's just like fun. Like it's not like everyone gets so serious. Like you need to have fun in the paranormal, and why not?
I kind of wish I had that shirt when Bill and Tanya told the spirit to tug my hair at the convent, which I did get tug, but I did get like something touching my head. So I kind of wish I had that shirt.
You had
for that moment.
What?
Yeah, touch the top of my head. Bill and Tanya are like, yeah, pull her hair. She'll love it. And a little bit later, I felt like just like this down my head. And I'm like, all right, that feels like, do you remember that stupid game like we used to play as kids? Where it's like, crack the egg on the head and the spiders going up the back. Yeah, it felt like that.
Yes. Oh my God, that's insane. Wow. Did you have that happen at convent?
Yeah, it was weird. I wasn't expecting that. And when Bill's like, yeah, we told him to pull your hair. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks. Not the first time, but okay.
Yeah, we do that though too. Like how many times we've been like, hey, can you go tap so-and-so on the shoulder? Or can you go tug on
the best is when
shirt?
we tell the spirits to go poke Rob.
Oh yeah. And like
get him to have a Scooby-Doo moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Poor guy.
We love you.
We try to freaking scare him, the poor man. But yeah, so we are at time. But so holiday weekend. So everyone, hopefully you're having a really good Memorial Day weekend. It's have fun with your family, but also it's a time to mourn and honor our U.S. military, the men and women who died while serving serving the United States. So just keep that in mind while you're having your hot dogs and your hamburgers and having drinks with friends. Like this is a time just to remember those who fought for everything that we have now. So hopefully everyone has an amazing Memorial Day, and
we'll catch you at our next show.
Yeah, we'll catch you on the next show. We'll have that posted soon.
Yeah, very soon.
Yeah. All right, guys. Sandy, any last words before we go?
I don't think so, but we love you guys very, very much.
You guys. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and for everyone who catches us on the replay. Thank you so much, and we will see you later.
Bye, guys.